Hello everyone, today is February 24th and I thought I'd give you a little update on my indoor garden, if you call it that. It looks a lot different than it did a week or so ago. Yep, that's it. Basically what the problem was is that the tomatoes, the cucumber wasn't doing anything. I mean, it was growing and it was putting out tons of flowers, tons of little cucumbers. Tried to hand pollinate in multiple different ways, nothing worked. Again, wind pollination, bee pollination, that's really the best. So that was out of here. The tomatoes, they were starting to get a little too big. They were starting to fall over. I'm not sure if they were determinate or indeterminate once I transplanted them to bigger pots, if you can remember. I didn't have any tags in them, so I don't remember which ones they were. But they were getting too big. If you can remember, the back light was all the way up to the top. You couldn't go up any higher, and there really wasn't any benefit of having them here. You know, it's too far. It's too far away from spring yet to have me think about setting them outside, or even setting them outside for a few hours. It just wouldn't work. So anyway, they're out of here. Everything's cleaned up. One thing that is here, because these are going to stay, are my onions and leeks. And if you can see, these could use a haircut again. I cut these back, I think before my last video, so around a week ago, and they're growing pretty well. I mean, they're not getting all that much thicker. The leeks, you can tell, are different color. They're a darker, I'm not sure if the video can pick it up, but they're a darker green than the onion. You know, but they're they're still real tiny. I mean, I won't be planting onions for probably another 9 weeks, 8 weeks or something like that. And there's the phone. So anyway, yeah, my leeks and my onions, I got at least another March, April, another 9 weeks, 8-9 weeks of growing, and then I'll transplant it out again. How good will they do? I don't know. I am buying sets. I haven't yet because my feed store doesn't, or my farm store doesn't have them yet. Plus it's still February and I can't even think about getting in the garden. Then over here you got your cat grass. This is still growing. These, if you remember, I had two things of bulbs. The one I got rid of because it wasn't doing anything and it was just taking up space. And this one here, this one actually put out a flower. I believe this is a tulip. I'm not a big up on my bulbs, but that's a nice flower for the winter. And then here I got my what's that called? See, I don't even remember anything anymore. But I think maybe basil, that's what that is. I don't know. But anyway, I got my herbs here. My what are they called? Spider plants. And then here, these are actually two suckers that came off of each of the bigger tomato plants. This one and that one. I had a third one, but that one died right away. These actually look like they're a little wilty. Trying to keep the soil a little moist but not wet for them to root. If they do, great. If not, I'll toss them as well. And that's basically it as far as plants go. Excuse me, as far as plants are going. However, I have started setting up or getting organized about the trays that I have. You know, I got your 128 cell. I got a couple of these. What are these? 32 cell. You can see, you know, these are bigger, those are bigger or smaller. These are smaller 9 packs. I got some here. This is a 50 cell. Again, different sizes. And then these back here, these are my 18 cell, or actually these are 6 packs that I got, I think, annuals in last year. But I've saved all of those. And those are going to be for my transplanting, for tomatoes and stuff. And I have some in the back. You can see in the back there. And the only reason I have all these lights on is so I could show you guys all this. But normally right now I'm just keeping the one light on in the back just to keep my onions and leeks going, as well as the different herbs, your cilantro and your parsley and basil and whatever. So yeah, so the time is getting near. We're in February, which is always the shortest month of the year, is I think 5 weeks long, or even 6 weeks this year. You know how it's how the dates fall. But anyway, I'll be starting my peppers and eggplant probably within the next, I don't know, 3 weeks, something like that. Some people that I've got information from said, plant them at the end of February. That way they have a good 2 months in the house, and that would be 8, 9, 10 weeks. and that may be a little too much, but I guess it's better to start them early and then have them in big enough containers to last an extra week or so. But I'm trying to judge everything by my last year. Last year I couldn't get in the garden until May 20th to plant any, or May 22nd I think, to plant anything. My last frost date up here roughly is the 15th of May. So you know, the onions will be put out obviously around that time, if not before, if I can, as well as my broccolis and your brassicas and other cool crops. But things like your tomatoes and peppers, they're going to go out, you know, probably not before the 20th or so of May. Because that's when I planted them last year and I didn't have any frost issues. This year, if the weather seems to be going okay, maybe I'll try a couple of them a few days beforehand just to see what they do. But anyway, I'm rambling on here about nothing. So that's the update. Not much to see in the next 2 weeks, possibly even 3 weeks. I'm sure I'll make an update just to give you a heads up what's going on, but there won't be any progress really on anything, and there won't be anything started new. But stay tuned once, you know, mid-March comes, and then mid-April, and then once April comes, I'll be out in the garden, I'll be out in the farm, be outside cutting grass, all kinds of things. So look forward to farm videos as well as gardening videos this year. Alright, thanks for watching.